Sign this form or get out, my husband sneered, ripping the deal inside the house I paid for. He thought he had me completely cornered, demanding I sign away everything I'd built, everything I was. My entire life, laid bare on a single document. But as I picked up that pen, I knew one thing, this wouldn't be his victory. It would be my escape. It was 7 a.m., a Tuesday, and the morning sun was just barely peeking through the plantation shutters, casting long, distorted shadows across my home office. I was still in my running leggings, planning coffee and a normal workday. Instead, I walked into an ambush. Liam was there, sprawled out in my custom leather executive chair, the one I'd bought with my own bonus 5 years ago. He was behind the mahogany desk that had been in my family for generations. He looked almost comically out of place, trying to project authority in a room that screamed me. But there was nothing funny about the document he slid across the polished wood. You can't be serious, Liam, I managed, my voice barely a whisper. I wasn't scared, just utterly stunned by the sheer audacity. He smirked, leaning back and lacing his fingers behind his head. He was wearing the silk robe I bought him for Christmas, the one that cost more than my first car. I am deadly serious, Sarah. Marriage is a partnership, 50-50. But since you've been so difficult about my business ventures, I think it's time we restructure. This postnuptial agreement grants me title to the house and a 50% controlling interest in your design firm. It's only fair, considering the emotional support I've provided you. Emotional support? The man who forgot my birthday 3 years in a row and called my career a cute little hobby was talking about support. And if I don't sign? I asked, slowly walking toward the desk. Then I file for divorce, he said, his eyes gleaming with a predatory light. I'll drag it out. I'll freeze your assets. I'll ruin your reputation in this town. My lawyer, David, says I have a very strong case for spousal support. I've become accustomed to a certain lifestyle, you see. But if you sign this, we stay married. We work it out. I just need security. He wasn't asking for security, he was demanding a robbery. He wanted the deed to the estate my grandmother left me, the company I built from the ground up while he played golf. I looked down at the papers. They were hastily drafted, probably by that busbench lawyer he played poker with. Transfer of deed, assignment of equity. The words swam. He truly thought he had me cornered, thought I was the same woman who'd nodded and smiled for 4 years to keep the peace. He thought I was afraid of losing him. I looked at him, really looked at him. I saw the graying hair at his temples I used to find distinguished, now just looking tired. I saw the softness around his jaw from too much scotch and too little work. And I saw the cruelty in his eyes. So, it's the house or the marriage? I asked, picking up the heavy fountain pen from the desk set. It's about fairness, Sarah, he corrected, though his eyes darted to the pen in my hand with hungry anticipation. Sign it, and we can go back to normal. Don't, and I'll make sure you lose everything anyway. I uncapped the pen. The gold nib glinted in the morning light. My heart should have been racing. I should have been screaming, throwing things, calling the police. But a strange, icy calm had settled over me. It was the calm of a surgeon before the first cut. Okay, Liam, I said softly. You win. His eyes widened. He hadn't expected it to be this easy. He leaned forward, practically salivating. Good girl. You're making the right choice. I bent over the desk. I didn't hesitate. I signed my name, Sarah Blackwood, with a flourish on the bottom of the last page. The ink was dark and permanent. There, I said, capping the pen and setting it down with a deliberate click. Liam snatched the papers up instantly, scanning the signature as if checking for a trick. What would you have done in my shoes? Bottom left of screen, click full story.